In this episode of Dan Factoids, we're going to be talking about broken ribs and the safety of diving. We received the following question from a diver regarding fractured ribs. I broke 2 back ribs about 2.5 weeks ago, and we're going to the Red Sea with a group at the end of August, so that's very, very soon. And I just want to know if there's any risk related to diving. I also trained students this weekend in a pool and kit up in the water. I felt a bit of pain during the descent, but the ascent was slow from 5 meters. And my question is, will it be okay to go deeper if I have to qualify students during the next couple of weeks at a particular dive site, because we don't want to go deep if it's dangerous. Now, it's important to address this in 2 distinct levels. The dilemma related to broken ribs is probably threefold. The first concern we have is how the ribs actually got cracked. In other words, is there an extensive traumatic effect that may affect other organs? It's very rare to just have the ribs involved. Sometimes sprains, strains, and other injuries may accompany them. Secondly, fractured ribs may either be cracked or displaced. In other words, cracked means that the rib is still whole even though there is a partial crack in it, whereas displaced fractures means that there are sharp ends of the ribs that may actually be sticking into the lung. And if they do so, it can increase the possibility of lung barrow trauma. That being the case, I need to remind all of us that it is in the first 5 to 10 meters where the greatest pressure volume changes occur, according to Boyle's law. And so therefore it's really not a matter of can I go deeper, but even in the first 5 meters there can be a significant pressure volume effect that may cause a problem. So my suggestion is, and this is the general recommendation when it comes to any form of injury and diving, and that is that one should usually give 4 to 6 weeks for an injury to heal before going on. And my suggestion would be, depending on how the broken ribs were diagnosed, to see whether there is any existing pneumothorax or whether the ribs are stable enough to dive. It's impossible for us to anticipate the potential risks, and so we can only offer general guidelines. And again, the general guidelines are that if there's pain, which would be another consideration, pain during breathing or pain wearing dive gear, putting on the wetsuit, and of course pain developing during the dive, picking up dive gear that may cause further pain or even displacement of fractured ribs, we would encourage the individual to at least be cleared by a diving physician, and it may be prudent to have a follow-up X-ray if that is how the original diagnosis was made. I wouldn't just generically say that it's okay to dive more than 5 meters and to take the injury with to the Red Sea. I hope that's answered the question for the individual who posed it, and I hope that that is also an answer to those of you that just wonder about it. We have had episodes of people with cracked ribs developing pneumothoraces and pulmonary difficulties. We wouldn't want that to happen to you. So thank you again for posing these questions. Subscribe to our channel and help us being divers, helping divers, because that is what Dan is all about. Until next time, cheers.